Welcome everyone. So in the last lecture we have learned about basic syntaxes, and from now we will learn about constants. So in practically, what is a constant? A value which cannot change with time. So in programming also we have certain values that do not change with time. We will provide a fixed value to that, and it will be same throughout the code. So like other programming languages, we have characters, integers and floating point values in other programming languages. But in Arduino programming we have 6 type of constants about which we'll learn. Before that, I want to tell you that in reality what a basic code looks like. So the code we have built before is here. It's a basic simple code that we will just do for practices, and in reality the code looks like something this. Here you can see it's a code for one of our project that we will learn to build, and for that we have to learn every of this single thing that is used in this program. So for that we are learning these constants, etc. So here what I am telling you is types of constant. So in other programming language we have characters, that is algebraic values that we will provide to certain variables and they do not change with time. And after that we have integers, which are numbers, and which we also provide to variable which do not change with time. And again float, the floating points values are the values in fraction. And after that we have also boolean values which are either true or false, which some of it about which you are not familiar, but these are also constant values. And in Arduino programming, unlike other programmings, we have 6 types of constants. So here first of all we have floating point constant, then we have integer constants. After that we have 2 different constant from other languages, which is high and low. After that again 2 more different, input and output. Use of both these 4 so you have seen before in the code that we have built. And after that we have LED built in, and in last we have true and false. So one by one we will learn every of these and try to implement these all in a single program, and also do that practically. So first of all we have floating point constant. As I tell you, these are the values in fraction, and generally like 10.0 something or 5.8. And after that we have integer constants, which consist of numbers from 0 to and have a specific range in every stimulator. Like in Arduino we have 32,767 in positive, and it's begin from minus 32,768. This is the range of integer constants in Arduino programming, and it will be increased sometimes by using some other components, and then it will become in lakhs after this. And one more thing, that these are common to you all, so there is no need to make them understand to you, because everyone is familiar with this. And before high low we have true and false. So true is just for input in programming, and false is when there is no input, or we can say that true is for 1 and false is for 0. And after that, and these 3 are different from other languages, in which first we have high and low. So as you have built the code before for the LED blink, and here you have seen these 2 constant, high and low. So I think you are familiar with this, that what does high and low means. So high is when we have to provide input, or there is an input in that particular point, or low is when there is no input we have provided or we are reading from that. And generally you can imagine this like high is when there is current, low is when there is no current. And after that we have input and output, which is used in setup here for initialization conditions, which tells that this pin or this particular component is used for input as taking data from that, or used as output to provide data or current to that. And after that we have last one, LED built in. So in Arduino, every Arduino there is an inbuilt LED which is denoted by this LED built in, and standardly most of the Arduinos has this LED built in at pin number 13. So this is a constant not used by us a lot. And after this, now we will try to implement this on a single code and try to run that. So for that, in the last code we have used an LED at pin number 7 and used output, high and low constants in this. So now we will make a project of two LEDs. So for that, first of all, our first constant, that is integer value, let int LED pin, and also you can give any name to this, like if I give Sam, just to make you familiar with this, is equal to, and a pin number 6 here. And after this I take another one, that is Amy, is equal to 9 here, because these are just constant. Their value or name doesn't make any difference here in the code. And after this let me take another one also, 3, that is int, and let's take it LED pin, and now add pin number 7 as we have used before. After this, in void setup, let me initialize these pins, pin mode, and this pin mode etc and digital write will be explained. These are known as functions here, and I will explain also them to you. They are just used because they are necessary here, and I cannot show you the working of this constant before without this. And now first of all we will initialize Sam, and Sam here we have used for output, and every of these is used as output because for input we generally use sensors only. And to fast up your work, just try to copy things which are common and then paste them here. I have copied and just change the name after this. So here Amy, and in this LED pin. So all these 3 pins are used for output. This is the second constant we have used in this program, and 3 integers values are used here. After that, we will do digital write, and first we will give Sam a high, and after this we give Amy a low, and LED pin a high. And after this, by taking a delay of 3 seconds is enough to show you. And after this again we will do different logic in which we provide high to Sam, high to Amy, and low to LED pin, and then again a delay of 3 seconds. And now low to SAM, high to ME, and high to LED pin. So what this code will do, first of all it will make SAM, that is our LED pin at pin number 6, which will glow, and after that LAMI on the same time not glowing, and LED pin glowing. After that, taking a delay of 3 seconds, it will make fade the LED pin and other two will be glow, and after that SAM will be low, which will not glow, and these two will glow. So this is the program showing the working of constants here. Some of constants like true and false and LED bulletin and input here are not used in this, also floating point, but in further programs that we will build after this, they will be used and will be familiar to you. So don't worry about any of these. So first of all, let me save the code, and for that make a folder just for your Arduino codes. And from 1, try to give you every of project code a number name, like this is code number 2, so 02, and save it. And now I will upload this to the board and show you the practical working of this project. So now I have uploaded the code in the board, but in the code there's a line skipped by me, that is a delay of 3 seconds in the last. We have added delay in 2 positions, but we forget to add delay in last, so add a delay of 3 seconds in last before uploading the code. Now here is my Arduino with the code uploaded in it, and breadboard and LEDs with resistors. So first of all, again by remembering the thing that the upper one is for positive, negative, and the lower one is for positive. Do the connections just by adding 3 LEDs here. So now I have connected 3 LEDs one by one with the upper part on the left side and the lower part on the right side. Now resistors to protect the LEDs. Never forget to add resistors. So till I am adding this, try to remember that in our program, first 2 LEDs will blink and glow for 3 seconds, then other 2, and then other 2. Means that a combination of first 2 LEDs, then second 2, then the third 2. Like first these 2 or these 2, then these 2, then these 2. So this is our code, and we will try to implement or look same in the practical. Now I have jumper wires. Now first of all, just connect the jumper wire to the LED and resistor, and before connecting these to the Arduino, look at the Arduino, we have just 3 ground pins. One is above pin number 13 here, and 2 are here. So we have a short of ground pins, so for that we will try to make more ground pins, and for that let here these gray and the red and the yellow wire are for ground, as we have the upper part on the left side. So connect these 3 wires to a common here on the other side. 1, 2 and 3, and connect another jumper wire here. Now to make ground common, connect this pin to a single ground, and now here I have connected this to the ground pin, as you can see here. Now The ground here is common for all this because these pins are short circuited vertically, as you remember. Now make the connections of other pins. First of all, the first one is denoting SAM. So SAM is on pin number 6. So SAM is connected to pin number 6, and then we have ME, and our ME is connected to pin number 9. As you can see here, I have connected to pin number 6 SAM and 9 to ME, and the last one LED pin to 7 here. You can make the connection similar to me or try to define another pins. Now there is another method of powering the Arduino represented here. I have an extension board here, and I am using a 12-volt DC adapter. For that I have just connected it to the extension board, power the extension board, and then here on the power jack of Arduino I connected simply. So here the Arduino is powered up and our program. First of all, as you can see, let me restart the program. It is restarted by clicking these two blinking for 3 seconds, sorry, glowing. Then this fades and these two are glowing. Now ME and LED pin, again SAM and LED pin, then SAM and ME, and after this SAM and LED pin. Just a little focus again on the code. First 2, then 1, last 2, and then 1 and 3. So here is our code working. Now we will move to some. Now as you have seen the working of the code. Now before moving to next video, I want to make you know one more thing, that is conversions. As with the name, you can understand what does a conversion means. Sorry, are we here? So actually what's a conversion? Is the process of converting a data type into another. These all constant values that are data type like float, integers can be converted from one to another. So for that there are 6 types of conversion, that is conversion into bits, conversion into character, and conversion into floating values, that is float and semicolons, and after that integers, after that we have long, and in last we have word. So converting into bits, what does conversion into bits mean? That is converting any value into bits. And after that converting character means that character is a little confusing, like if I have an integer value that is 3, and let me give a variable to it x. So converting into character means that if I convert this x into character, then how should it be converted? Then I use char and in semicolons x here and then statement terminator. Then for this input my output is an character value that is of number 3, and it is represented in quotes 3. So this will be the output here for this input. Int x is equal to 3, and change the variable into a character variable, sorry, character value. So this is the conversion into character value. And after that floating, in floating, like if I have again an integer value, that is int x is equal to 3. So if I want to change it into a floating value, then float of x, and the output for this is 3.0, which is equal to 3 divided by 1. So this is the integer value in fraction form, 3 by 1, and it's equal to 3.0. So this is the conversion into float. And if I convert this same value, like the value I have float x is equal to 3.0, and output for this is again the value 3 only, that is in integer form. After that, long and word. So long is like I have told you that integer values have a limit here. To expand this limit, we use the value conversion long, and word is used to convert the values into word form. So these are just little conversions, and don't worry about it, because these are also not used much in these programmings, because who needs to convert the values? We provide the values that we only want to use, not different characters. So this is the constants. Thank you for watching.